Emoji use for men. So a lot of guys think that they can't or shouldn't use emojis at all in a text conversation. Now, the problem with this is if you say something funny or the girl says something funny, you want to express the fact that you get the joke or that you're just joking when what you said could otherwise be taken as like maybe you're an asshole or you're socially uncalibrated or whatever the case might be. Okay, so sometimes in a conversation, an online conversation where you can't see each other's faces, there's a need to express sentiment that isn't otherwise apparent, right? If we're sitting here in front of each other, you can see my facial expression, you can see my hand gestures, you get sub-communications for you to interpret like what I mean, aside from just the words that I'm saying. Over text, that doesn't exist. So a lot of guys think, well, I can't use emojis at all because that's a feminine thing. But actually, sometimes you do need to be able to do it. So if you tell a joke, you might use a laugh emoji. Or you say something that's fairly confident, you should use like a smirk emoji so it's not taken as though you're an egomaniac or something like that. Now, the thing is, you want to use them sparingly because when you start using a bunch of emojis, okay, or you start using them for sentiments that are outside of things that are of utility, okay? So, like, it's of utility to communicate the fact that we're joking. It's of utility to communicate the fact that we're being confident instead of an egomaniac. It's of utility to maybe, like, use an emoji that helps to get the girl to understand that we're trying to, like, raise an eyebrow at her or something like that, right? To give her a little bit of shit. All these things do something for us in the conversation. If we start using too many emojis for situations outside of conveying the sentiment, right, that we kind of talked about, you're going to be overly expressive. Now, what does too much expression indicate? It indicates that the man is in his feminine, right? So now all of a sudden we're turning the girl off. And this is what most guys are trying to defend against by not using emojis at all, which is that they don't want to seem feminine, right? Because either you're going to be too expressive or you're going to be overly submissive, right? Because if you're using a lot of emojis, it also signals the fact that you're trying to like be approving of what the girl is saying. And we don't want to be too approving, right? Sometimes when we want to give her shit, we want to raise an eyebrow at her at something she said, kind of tease her a little bit, okay? And so we want to be in our masculine. But if you use emojis sparingly for certain situations, wit, humor, confidence, just backing up certain things that we're trying to do in the text conversation, you're going to be okay. You don't have to ban yourself from emoji use, especially if you're joking. You want to let that girl know that you're socially calibrated and that you're saying funny shit on purpose and that you're not being an asshole or something like that.